Dickerson.
What a great way to start it. Shout out to welcome to Kicking It with the Brothers. I'm your boy, Mike Lofton, with your co-host, Dion Hillford, our boy, Charles Little. Yeah, exciting times for them. A couple Wednesdays ago, I didn't want to really celebrate it with them, but I was excited. It's always good when you have Champions League teams, as we've discussed. Charles's first love is not there, but Tottenham and doing Spursy type things late have made it. Also from the English side, Liverpool, Man City, as well as Chelsea. All of the English squads have all gone through. But there's no bigger.
We made sure one of the teams is playing on Thursday.
Here we go. Only for 4 more months, brother. Only for 4 more months. 5 more months. It's going to change up. We'll be talking about that, believe. Speaking of big dogs, PSG and Bayern. Oh, my. February 14th, it'll be the first leg for both PSG and Bayern. Charles, Bayern looks kind of unbeatable these days right now. What's clicking for them is this, it looks like we have some discernment. I think PSG is in big time trouble.
I mean, I think PSG is in trouble with the word unbeatable. I wouldn't say that. I mean, they're still against anybody. It doesn't really matter. I think I think Bayern's going to win, but I still think PSG. Like I see that there's a world where PSG wins, where they're just like they have the 3 best players. At the end of the day, they still have the 3 best players. So I mean, we'll see who gets healthy. They have Neymar. Who's better than those 3 people? Why are you making that face? They have 3 best players. So depending on who wins the World Cup and who comes back motivated, they still might have the 3 best players. So, I mean, if Mbappe breaks out and has 3 goals, none of us are going to be surprised. But I think overall, the Choupo-Moting-led Bayern team is going to pull this one out.
So you just told me they have not only 1, not 2, but the 3 best players.
Yeah.
And you're picking against them?
Hey, man, soccer's a team sport.
Okay, here we go. Dion, you also don't think Bayern is that unbeatable yet?
So listen, I think PSG is in trouble every time they step on a pitch with cleats on. They could self-destruct at any moment.
Any
If you
moment.
told me they were playing anybody, I would not be like 100% sure that they're going to go through. But I mean, like Charles said, they're the 3 best players. Also, I mean, it comes after the World Cup and it comes after the January transfer window, like both of which I think PSG is going to be extremely active in, and I don't necessarily think like Bayern's issue to me is that striker. I don't think they're going to solve that between now and February 16th. So I like PSG's chances, but I mean, like I said, bro, anytime they step on the pitch, things could go to shit. And
Yeah.
might not even be on the team February 16th too. Like that's like another like real possibility.
Those are facts too. That's another thing. The way that he got his agent and folks talking. So both of you guys are going Bayern. No problem. You are? Okay. All right. We got that down. Okay.
It's not a confident pick. Like,
yeah.
I will not be betting PSG just because, like, if you told me they scored 5 goals in the first leg, I'd believe you. If you told me Bayern scored 2 and then Mbappe subbed himself out, I would also believe
it.
If you told me they scored 4 goals but gave up 6, I'd believe that too because they're terrible at the back.
Yes, they are. Absolutely.
Every possibility is open with PSG. They're like Tottenham, bro. Like you never know what's going to happen.
Yeah.
It's a great segue.
Tottenham with goals. They're Tottenham with goals.
That's so true. It's so true. Speaking of Tottenham with goals, a little bit of familiarity for our boy Antonio Conte, who was not on the touchline for Tottenham's last win in the Champions League and propelled them to win the group. And they will actually be traveling to AC Milan on February 14th as well. Tottenham in a road tie. And once again, I'm not sure if we actually may have a goal on any of these 2 legs with both of these teams. Who knows who's going to break? But at the same time, we could probably guarantee about a Kane penalty. Dion, start us off.
Tottenham will score at home. I'm not going to say we score in Milan, but we'll score at home.
you got to feel more confident. You got to see Kulishevsky on the pitch this past
Yeah, I was
weekend.
gonna say like watching the Liverpool game on Sunday. Like obviously they lost. Wait, yeah, they lost. But like having Kulusevski back, like you can tell like why he was the first signing in the Conte era. Like he unlocks this team. He makes them look completely different than when he's like not playing. More so than Kane, more so than Sonny, obviously more so than Richarlison, who I also think is a major key. And I believe he's back today. But way more confident. Like we get all our guys back. I kind of view it as like so to the casual fan, there's like the main big league. If you told like most people like you're playing a team from the main four leagues, you're gonna be a little bit more scared than if you're playing like Club Brugge, even though you really shouldn't be. Milan's like the one team from those big four leagues that just doesn't scare me at all. Not even.
Yeah, especially if they throw it out Olivier Giroud on there, and he's not known to be a Tottenham killer by any stretch of the means. Tottenham's got to be favored in this, don't you think, Charles?
They're not, I believe.
To go through. In your eyes, don't you think? Wouldn't you? I'm surprised that they're not.
I don't know the actual details on that, but I was looking at lines for the Carabao Cup. I don't know if that's how that's pronounced. The World Cup.
That was good.
Champions League yesterday, and I don't believe I saw Tottenham favored against Milan, but I could be wrong.
Well, Son's hurt right now too, so maybe that's affecting the line.
Also, like Kulusevski has to play in the World Cup, like he'll probably get hurt. Like he just stays injured. Love that kid, but he just stays injured.
I'm happy though, Sonny. I think they just announced that he will be in the World Cup today. Our boy Euro Oja announced it earlier this morning, so that's very good.
He posted it.
Yeah, so he shared it. So that's great.
He looked worse than Tua. I don't know what his injury was, but like he looked worse than Tua. No, I'm serious.
It wasn't a good look. It'll be interesting to see if he's doing the face mask situation for sure.
He said he's gonna rock the mask.
What color, man? This is important.
Hey man, if he out here looking like I said, if he look like Jet Li in that one movie, bro, it's gonna be fire with the black mask. Gonna be fire, bro.
You're not scared of Tottenham or not scared of Milan either, Charles?
No, I feel solely based off of what their ties with Chelsea. Kind of Chelsea's ability to go win at San Siro kind of just reminding me that like the San Siro really only hits for Inter, like that. So yeah, I feel pretty good about it.
Inter and AC Milan share a stadium. Did I catch on to that correctly?
Yeah.
I mean, that's Bush League.
The San Siro.
That's Bush League. I don't care about the legacy of the stadium. I don't care about none of that. That's Bush League. I'll say the same thing about Staples Center.
Oh no, that's hilarious. Yeah, the San Siro is the home. Obviously, we know both Milan teams. Let's throw it over to there. I think this is very quick. I actually think Porto is going to give Inter some problems. I think Porto's going to get it done. What are your thoughts?
Where's the first leg?
At Inter. Porto won the group, so
they play. So okay. So AC plays a home game, and then the next day Inter plays a home game.
Actually, that's why they put them in different weeks. So the 14th is when Tottenham and AC Milan play, and then Inter plays on the 22nd.
I was about to have a fire. If I found out that it was like back-to-back days, it was going to get nasty for Italy in this.
Well, we won't see Italy at the World Cup, so that's okay. So we can't.
They probably don't have enough stadiums to
Oh man, yeah, no doubt. Going up to another Italian team, Napoli versus Frankfurt. Napoli's fun to watch. They're really, really good.
What's our definition of fun here? Because every time I watch them, like they either win like 4-0 or it's like a 3-1 game that the other team smoked them.
They haven't. I mean, they score a lot. Yes, and obviously the Liverpool match, but well, we know our thoughts about our boy because in my opinion, I still think he got a raw deal in England. Charles, I know what your thoughts are too on him. I think that we have a little bit of in terms of what we have with us with Sarri and past work. So, I mean, I'm happy about. I like Napoli. I think they're going to be all right. I think they could go far. I think they're the Italian team that I would pick to actually make the semis pending the draw.
I would take any team pending the draw.
I'll just put it up. I think they're going to get it. I think they're actually going to make it to the semis this year.
Tottenham could also make the semifinals.
Well, and that would be out of there, no problem. But listen, obviously Spalletti. He's a little bit of a darling from the Sarri ball era. And Napoli. What I mean by fun, they got people who can score some goals. They probably have one of the top 5 strikers in the world right now. Charles, your thoughts on Napoli?
I mean, they're gonna run. This should be easy work for them. Like they're just playing. They're just like they got. First off, they got the best jerseys. They got like 7 different jerseys. I support them. They play open. They play like that. Like I told you last week, they remind me of Atalanta from like 2 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
With the way they play. So, I mean, they're on their shit. Not half of their team doesn't have to go play in the World Cup. So, I mean, they should be well rested come January.
One of your former boys, Dembele, is from Tottenham.
Oh, yeah.
Is on the squad.
Yuck.
Yuck.
Godspeed. They should take some of their jersey budget and give it to one of the Milan teams for a new stadium.
How do you rate Victor Osimhen right now?
I mean, it's hard for me to rate anybody against like Sassuolo or what the hell is it?
Sassuolo,
Turin. I'll just say like Turin. Who else they be playing in that league? It's hard for me to get me to rate a lot of people. Like that's truly the Farmers League. It really is the Farmers League. So, I mean,
except the France. What did we find out about France this past week? That you sent me what was the thing? Did you send me on Instagram?
I gotta find it.
Well, they're in a 0-0 draw with my dog Mourinho at the moment.
Top 4 is on deck. I can't wait for us to talk about that next week. Roma's back. Roma's back.
Outside.
They are outside. We just obviously, they need to get healthy. But Napoli, I think, once again, they get past Frankfurt, I think, pretty much ease. And yeah, I'm excited to be able to watch that. We're not going to talk about Benfica and Bruges. Dortmund Chelsea is interesting to me because Gio is getting healthy. Clearly, we got to see what happens with the World Cup. We think that Jude may break out. And then if you get that breakout star, and also as we saw with Haaland, when you know that you're probably about to leave the club, and it's like Dortmund kind of understands. It's like, listen, we breed you, and then we make a lot of money off of you. I hate to say it like that, but that's just how they feel. Is that everybody that does that under the squad, like, finished the season rather well. Yeah, I'm going to say I think Dortmund's beating Chelsea.
Hell no.
I think Dortmund's beating Chelsea. Who do you like on Chelsea who can score goals right now?
I think like you give Graham Potter like essentially 3 more months. This is a completely different Chelsea team. Also, they're more likely to spend in the January window, and Dortmund's more likely to sell. I don't know.
I think Reina and Bellingham are back. Was
Dortmund really that impressive? Like to you
in the Champions League? I mean, if you only just lose to City, I mean that's with anything. But but they also beat City too.
They had some nasty draws in there, though.
That's fair.
Just some downright, like, we're not even trying to score. Like, 8 people are going to be in the box, and then Jude's going to run around up top by himself. Just nasty draws.
Here's the situation with them. Another team, Germany, they just have a lot of guys that will be in the World Cup, and I think we'll be able to, in both, not only in Germany, but obviously in England. In my opinion, Giovanni is the second best player the U.S. has. I think that helps a lot. Hazard, obviously, going to be in Belgium.
Calling him by his government name doesn't make him better.
But you're not going to, you don't think Gio is good?
Charles, you tried to make him sound Italian.
Yeah, I was like, Simeone? I was like, talking about Simeone's kid.
I was like, you talking about Pirlo?
He's not the second best American player, no.
Weston, and then Gio's better than Pulisic.
No.
You're
All
not
right.
gonna say- you're not gonna- He's not.
We'll
he doesn't-
see.
He doesn't play enough. He doesn't consistently play enough to be. Well, neither of them do.
Y'all both like you kind of like Dion. You kind of like Germany. Another guy, Julian Brandt. Listen, they are solid. I'm putting it out there. What does Chelsea bring to scare Dortmund right now?
Pulisic.
Who doesn't play for them currently now? No Reece James. They're terrible in the midfield.
Reece James might be healthy by then.
Yeah, he's not playing for England. That's huge. For
Yeah, he'll
them.
be healthy.
Form.
It's February, bro.
It's February.
All right, y'all. Let's hold that out. I'll hold the L if need be. I think that's where we actually see, the first of a couple English teams that are going to be going home, in my opinion. But
Also, like, I'm all for hating on soccer JJ Watt, but like the Reina over Pulisic, that was just disrespectful.
it is. You're not wrong, but I kind of feel that way. I'm talking about performance. You got to play on the pitch.
Those guys are barely better than Serginho Dest. Like,
Bro, it's just like you tell it.
In the real player rankings.
Here, I'll make this comparison. What did you call me yesterday and say to me, Charles? Basketball wise. What did you call me cursing?
I refuse to repeat it.
Go ahead. What did you tell me? Tell Dion. He'll appreciate it too.
Anthony Marshawn Davis had 4 fucking rebounds in 30 minutes the other day.
Yeah.
Is that his middle name?
Yes.
Yeah, Anthony Marshawn Davis Jr. This is full government name.
I think I've been saying this for years. We need to take the naming of children out of the parents' hands from time to time. Boy.
Anthony Marshawn. Listen, that's the equivalent of like with Pulisic. I'm telling you, it's all by reputation. Like, hey man, you were out there for 70 minutes, but how much cardio did you get? Like, how many goal chances did you create?
AD also had 19 points in the first half. Like, that ain't reputation. That's buckets.
But they lost by 25 to Utah. That's the same shit. That's
but you're getting
Pulisic.
1 rebound every 7 minutes. That's
Bro,
my problem. That is my problem.
Exactly. Goal chances created. Bro, we're not playing Mexico in the Gold Cup. We're just not doing it. Things are about to get serious.
Like I keep saying, they're losing to Iran.
The best comparison of the two people is that Pulisic plays on a bad international team and AD plays on a bad NBA team.
And their performances.
Except for AD's actually like a 7-time All-Star and has done things.
That's fair.
We have to depend. Claudio's got trophies, dog.
That nigga was 3rd team All Bundesliga. And y'all think,
That's fantastic. Oh man, all right. Keep it moving. With City, Leipzig. Let me ask you guys this. City, how much are they going to prioritize the league moving forward, knowing that this is probably their best chance to win it? Because they have the striker they have.
You talking about Champions League or the EPL?
Well, this is what I'm comparing because they have Leipzig. I think they're fine. I think they're going to actually. Here's what I'm about to say. I'll just put it out there. I think City's about to put everything into the Champions League because they have so many players that are going to be in the World Cup. And I think that they're actually going to start playing their B team more in March and April on the league. Now, their B team, I will admit, could easily get top 4 in the PL. But there's a difference.
Doesn't matter.
It sure does.
It doesn't matter.
Do you want to take this one or me? Because what he's trying to insinuate is Arsenal is going to win the year.
I am not saying that at all. There's
It doesn't matter.
We're 2 weeks away from being Gunners
Hold on.
from losing the league.
Well,
2 weeks away.
First off, we keep talking like you and 21 Savage are not getting this premiership that you think you're getting. Fuck that. All I'm gonna say is the Norwegian that's about to get 6 weeks of rest. The 10. I'm at a point now with City. The 10 people behind him don't matter because they're gonna control the ball. They're gonna generate chances. So you think they're gonna run out the B team? It doesn't matter who the B team could be the 10 dudes behind him, as long as he's there. And hell, Julian Alvarez be scoring goals too. Like, I think they're so good at this point they're not prioritizing anything. I think they're gonna win the league just because they're gonna win the league.
I think that they're going to play, another 22 Premier League games and then, 2, 4, 6, 7 Champions League games. So about 30 games. In 25 of those, they could just go out and blitz the team in the first 50 minutes and then bench guys. That's how good they are.
But and then I'm saying like, what's your B team? Is it like, okay, well, if Holland plays, but then KDB doesn't play, they're still going to win. If KDB plays, but then Holland doesn't play, and they put Alvarez up there, they'll probably still win. And if that's what I'm saying, like they just got interchangeable pieces like that. I think like they just need to play one of those two, and they'll be fine.
You do know that they just lost 3 weeks ago, right?
I'm not worried.
Like Liverpool shut them out.
You don't understand? It's 38 games.
I understand that.
It is a war of attrition.
I'm not talking about
attrition.
This is the issue with him. What has he not won at Manchester yet?
Yeah, and I think they know how to win the EPL in their sleep, is what I'm saying. So I'm not what you're talking about.
That's just. We disagree on this. I'll tell you why. We were on the phone. They were down 2-0 to Aston Villa with like 60 in the 62nd minute. We were looking at each other. We're like, we don't know how this is going to go. Now they went crazy, but that was against Aston Villa.
And what happens around match day 29 when Arsenal is a point up or 2 points up, and they go down a goal in the 30th minute anywhere, and y'all start to crumble and crumble and crumble. That's when championship experience is going to kick in. They know how to win the EPL. They've done it. They know what it's like to have to be under pressure of we got to win every game. And at a certain point, we all know what's about to happen. Dion knows what's about to happen. At some point, they're going to run off 14 straight games like they do it every fucking season. They're going to run off 12 straight. Y'all ain't going to be able to keep up.
This season isn't the same. And it's because of the World Cup.
Yes, and their best player doesn't have to play in it. He's going to be the most.
But what happens? He's not their best player, and you know he's not their best player. No, he's not.
Arsenal's best player doesn't have to play in the World Cup either. Like Saka will be watching Jude Bellingham.
Let's calm down. Let's calm down. This is so disrespectful. This is entirely disrespectful.
Fucking Holland and Odegaard are about to be just doing stretchings and Pilates for the next 6 fucking weeks.
This was
ain't going to Dubai.
Arsenal's best punch through
Mallorca.
Like this is the best Arsenal stretch they can put together. They're up 2 points on Man City, who didn't Man City hasn't even begun like getting going yet. Like this is just them like.
And at the same time, I don't think like RB Leipzig is like prioritizing Champions League at this point. Like I'm saying, like they're not at a point where like you know what I'm saying. Like
I don't think they have an issue. City doesn't have an issue. I don't see them.
You're saying they're prioritizing Champions League. It's like
yes,
they're not being forced to prioritize it. Is what I'm saying. Like Leipzig isn't forcing them to prioritize that.
He can't. Listen, I think I'm sorry to say, I'll put this out there. I don't care how many trophies Pep wins this year. If it's not the Champions League, it's a failure. That's the bar he set.
Are you trying to justify your second place finish?
Oh no! Before y'all keep going, let's move on. Let's move on.
What happens when like January rolls around and like Pep and Haaland like lock into Man City and give them that like commitment, and then Arteta doesn't do that with and he starts like leaning towards Barcelona. It like Arsenal's one of those teams too, like just like PSG, bro. Like it's going great. Like props to them. 13 games in, everything's great. It could go downhill like that. Like tomorrow, it could go downhill. They're one injury away, one rumor away, like from a meltdown. Man City doesn't have to worry about that.
One criminal charge away. Who knows?
Yeah, like if the government gets serious about rape, like party ain't playing. So like then what?
Real Madrid, Liverpool.
I'm sorry that I'm just glad one of us on this advocates for women's rights. We know it's not going to be ML. See?
First leg, Real Madrid versus Liverpool. Having to go to their teams are used to playing against each other for the trophy of late. These are actually your two of your three last champions in the last 5 years. Liverpool will be hosting Anfield Knights. That's how it goes. And then Real Madrid, they have a lot of people that are going to go to the World Cup. So does Liverpool. A couple people that will be hanging back, though. I think this was the worst round of 16 pick that they could, or round of 16 draw that they could have. Also, there's Ancelotti, as a former Liverpool manager, who carries a little bit of, chip on his shoulder still. I don't think Madrid can win if Vinicius doesn't play or if Benzema don't play. And I mean by that, they have to be in top form. Top form. They were down to PSG, had to go win at Madrid in the round of 16. They've unfortunately just, these are tough games. I'm a little nervous. I was really hoping Madrid would be able to get through at least to the quarters, and then they'd figure it out. 3-2 total aggregate, if I had to say it right now, all health being considered.
No way Liverpool plays 2 games where like the leading team only has 3 goals. Like 3-2 might be the first game.
Yeah.
If they change up though and play defensive like he did against City, Klopp changed his formation to the more of that 4-4-2 versus the 4-3-3 against really good teams, and that's what worries me a little bit.
So was Liverpool just bought by like Saudis yesterday? I saw a tweet where like some guy tweeted out the Saudi flag, handshake, Liverpool, done deal.
So there's FSG hasn't come out and said whether they're selling majority or minority shares yet, and I think they have said that they're going to put the team up, put this team up for sale for some.
The Saudis have already completed the purchase. Like they're good to go.
Getting ready for Vegas, huh?
FSG, probably. Yeah, absolutely. That makes a lot of sense. Quickly, Dion, you think Liverpool, Madrid?
If the Saudis bought Liverpool, I'm on Liverpool. If they didn't, and it's still Braun in them, I think Madrid.
All right. Charles, where you at?
Is Trent Alexander never played defense? Scared of Trey Young, Alexander playing? Because if he plays, I'm going the whites all day.
Yeah. Well,
if the Saudis buy Liverpool, I promise you Trent gonna be playing some defense. I promise you he'll be playing defense, or else he's gonna be in a whole different world. This ain't Brown in them no more.
That's true.
Serious stuff that'll go down if you don't.
Said the red is blood.
Serious stuff. Serious stuff.
They don't be playing games over there.
We're gonna.
This ain't Brown.
I love it.
4-6 in the finals. You gotta go 10-0.
We'll quickly touch on in the Europa League. Obviously, we're excited about at least we have a draw of the round of 32. United versus Barcelona. We're going to get 2 legs of that. That's fantastic. What would be a traditional Champions League a match. But Dion, I'll let you go first, and Charles will let you close it out.
I think Barcelona will win. Obviously, I think Barcelona is incredibly talented. I was watching them against a team whose name I won't try to pronounce yesterday, and Barcelona to me, if they ever figure out how to not be in debt, is gonna just be back to being Barcelona here soon, just dominating everything. But Ten Hag deserves his flowers, bro. The job he's done in Man U, he basically had Brooklyn Nets type situation to give an NBA comparison.
Yeah, sure.
And he's completely flipped it. He deserves his flowers for what he's done. He's gonna get dropped real quick in Europa. I don't think he makes top 4, but just being able to circumvent this whole situation, he deserves his flowers.
I think United's gonna get top 4, and we'll talk about that next week. I like where they're at right now.
Arsenal could fall.
Okay. I did not mean to set myself up for that. Charles, you got a 1 minute. Give us 60 seconds about why y'all are going to beat United. They're very Inter-ish, by the way.
It doesn't matter. I have a 6'3" Uruguayan. They should be healthy. And as long as he's back there, they will not lose. He's the entire if you look at last year when they won 21 straight, their defensive back was the combo was him and PK. PK was still decent. He just needed somebody fast next to him. Ronald Araujo is 2023 Virgil van Dijk. He is he's fast. He's strong. He was the last player last year to get dribbled past. He is everything that we need in the back. He's everything Eric Garcia is not. He's that physical presence, and I'm not worried about 180 minutes against United. Not worried about that at all. We're going to control the ball. We're going to have the ball most of the game. And I mean, the boys I've seen multiple games where they've gotten their pockets ran in Old Trafford. So that Blaugrana might scare them. What they're going to do? They're going to wear them green ass jerseys at Camp Nou. Think they're going to win a fucking game?
Will he play Ronaldo one match? He'll have to, don't you think?
They're going to be in trouble if he do. because I think Javi will wait for him to put him out there and then run his ass wild. He gonna they'll never get the ball back if he plays him. They're literally playing with 10 people.
Yeah, Javi's a madman. I don't understand the Arteta rumors. Like, I'd be very content with him as my manager.
Yeah, I have all the faith in the world of what he
You just can't go 2 seasons in a row and not make it to the knockout stage, though. That's important.
Arteta does it every year.
Well, that's at Arsenal, not at Barca.
I also think, like we were talking about, we're getting a trophy. We're going to win the Copa or the Super Cup or the league. So I think we're in good shape.
I agree. That's fair.
We need that confetti. We need that one confetti visual that holds people over for a year.
Deanna Charles, the Truthers, as always. I don't mean that post elections, but take that as you will. You know.
So fucking Walker.
Well, you still live in a state where your girl, what's her name, Marjorie Green?
Yeah.
Cruella DeVille.
Yeah.
Blonde Cruella DeVille.
Georgia's a wild place, man.
You enjoy that.
Georgia is not a wild place.
Like, bro, like, I mean, as long as people like her lose, like, they're elite for the WWE aspect of politics. Like, bro, like, we didn't know. I was telling ML this in a group chat yesterday. Like, I voted against Trump in 2020, to be honest. But, like, we didn't know what we had on Twitter with him. Like, bro was frying every Republican pod. Like, they would lose, and he was just moonwalking on their grave. Like, bro, that is elite. That's the content we need for politics.
We are out on that comment. Y'all be easy. Appreciate y'all kicking it with the brothers. We out.
All right, Dion.
Did he just not stop the recording? Like,
I think no. When he, I thought he did.